So tonight we've got the UFC Fight Night London main event of Lerone Murphy and Movsar Evloev. Now, of course, both guys are two top contenders at the featherweight division. Murphy's had, a number of good wins. Evloev himself has also got a number of good wins at this point. Both of them are streaking. Both of them are on a roll. And both of them are looking for a title fight next, most likely. And this will be sort of treated as, in my opinion, it should be treated as sort of a final eliminator, where Evloev's a guy who's got, a couple of good wins under his resume. Diego Lopez, Arnold Allen, Aljamain Sterling, etc. Good wins there. Good names on a resume. Lerone Murphy's got the likes of Aaron Pico. There's other names on there that are evading me now. But Lerone Murphy's a guy who's rightfully so at the top of the division. And same for Movsar Evloev. Now, Evloev's had some close fights. He's had 0 finishes, which is a crazy stat to have. 0 finishes in the UFC. And considering, yes, he's a Russian wrestler, but his style isn't necessarily a mad boring style. I mean, yes, it is in terms of, he wrestles a lot, but it's not like he can't strike. He's actually, in terms of his technique and fluidity, he's a halfway decent striker as far as these Dagestanis go. You compare him to like a Khabib who had very little fluidity and technique in his striking. I mean, he was able to use his wrestling to set up the occasional big overhand or big shot, but he wasn't out here, setting up, feinting, setting traps and all this with his striking or throwing kicks or anything like that. Movsar Evloev is capable of doing that. And Lerone Murphy, he's got power in both hands. He's a good striker. You saw he's capable, even in the Aaron Pico fight where he was losing that fight arguably, and at the drop of a hat was able to reclaim that fight and send Aaron Pico straight to the shadow realm. So that shows a lot of resolve when you're capable and you're able to do that. Lerone Murphy's, like I said, a top contender at featherweight, and it's in UFC London. Lerone Murphy's British, so he's the home fighter. Gonna have the entire crowd there for him. Huge fan support. But it's weird because my instinct is to pick Evloev. My instinct is to pick Evloev. Even though Evloev's a guy who's had some close fights, split decision wins against Arnold Allen. Who else? You know what I mean? He's had close fights. He has had some close fights. But they've all been to top guys. They've all been to top guys. So, do you know what I mean? Like you've got to look at it and think, well, sure, he's not beaten the. No, he has beaten them. Yeah, do you know he has beaten a high level of opponent? That's sort of, you can't debate that to me. But Lerone Murphy, a guy who's like I said, power in both hands, a very good striker, decent enough wrestler. I think Evloev's definitely got the advantage there. But in MMA, when it's striker v grappler, you've got to almost favour the grappler in sometimes, because especially because Movsar, it's not like Movsar's bad on the feet either, and that's the thing. If he was purely just a wrestler and was bad on the feet and had little going for him on the feet, then you'd be like, okay, maybe this fight makes sense for Lerone Murphy to be able to use effective striking and win this fight. But it's hard because it's not like Lerone Murphy is. I don't want to say he's not super slick, but he's got very good fundamentals. And he's a very good fighter. It's hard. This is a super hard fight to pick. This is a super competitive fight, in my opinion, as well, because it's two top contenders at featherweight. My instinct was to pick Evloev for this fight, and that's what I'm going to be going with. I think Evloev will be able to win a 5-round decision. I don't think he's going to finish Lerone Murphy, but I think Lerone Murphy could finish Evloev. Very tricky, very tough, but yeah, I'm picking Evloev for this fight. I think Evloev's going to win a 5-round split decision. I think it'll be close because Lerone Murphy's got tools in the bag as well. Lerone Murphy's definitely got tools there and definitely paths to victory as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think will win out of Lerone Murphy and Movsar Evloev? Let me know in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.